There's no written rules for how to style anything. You just have to figure it out as you go. And that's where my team shines.
Hey,
Hi.
Brian.
Hi.
How you doing?
Spectacular. I am not that well seasoned with video conferencing. I know this is the new norm, but are you used to these by now? I'm not.
We have done dozens and dozens of them, but I feel like you, Brian. It's like I don't feel any more acclimated. I still feel
It's
sort of like
awkward.
a fish out of water. Yeah,
I guess we have to get used to it because this is how it goes now.
I know.
totally. The other day we were on a call. I keep referring to these, but oh shit.
He already hates
Welcome
you.
to 2020.
Brian hates you. Where is your ear?
Oh, it felt so far away.
I thought he lost
It
his
felt
tooth.
so far away. Oh my gosh. See my point? Oh my gosh, is this thing, are we good? Are we live? Brian, are you there?
It's going great, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Brian, right now you're in Maine. Are you with your team?
Yeah, so my core team is Courtney, Christy, Johnny, and Robert.
They're all with you.
Actually, they flew home, and I'm staying up here to do a few special things. But I have to say that I'm really proud of everybody who works with and for me because there's not a single person who's not taking COVID super seriously. We did the whole mask thing like everybody's doing, but we also had 3.5 weeks together. So we also kind of re-quarantined together.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is it like in Texas?
Well, Texas has been such an interesting experience.
This is actually my favorite TV show. This show right here. This
Stop,
is so good.
buddy. Stop. Don't be dumb. Just quit hitting your ear, weirdo.
I'm not hitting anything. Me and Brian were having a connection.
Okay, so Brian, I've loved just watching you post you and Hollis setting up a dinner party and no one's there.
That was
I
my
love
first.
that.
That's our dream
creatively,
dinner party. Yeah.
Creatively, you're still doing what you love. It's just no one's showing up. I mean, so I think it's just like what's been fun to watch with you is you have been quarantined, but you're doing things left and right now. It's almost like in order to survive, you've had to be more creative, and it's actually been really fun to watch.
Thank you for saying that because I think about 3 or 4 days in, I started to feel like, okay, we could go one direction. We could become couch potatoes, put on like a COVID-19 pounds
Yep.
type situation,
Sure.
or we could try to maybe pivot because we might have to. And so I started watching all these YouTube tutorials on painting, and I watched some of your stories when you were painting florals, and at one point a fly got stuck in your art. You remember that?
That happened, yeah, yes.
So I loved it though. It was so real.
So funny.
I started to for the heck of it, I started to watch these tutorials, and the next thing you know, I was just doing it for fun to pass the time. And then I started to get these direct messages from people saying, hey, is that for sale? And I was like, ha, you're just being mean. But it turns out that I just did a house and put my own abstracts into it, and I had them professionally framed. So my point here, and I do have one, is I think a lot of us have been having to get more creative. That's the one that I'm looking at.
I think the key is staying interested, staying curious,
Yeah.
learning new things. Because for a lot of people that can't go back to work in the way it used to be, it's now we have this kind of interesting time to how do we fill that? Do we fill it
Yeah.
creatively? Do we fill it in a way where sometimes, I'll be honest, it's just easier to lay on the couch? But ultimately, when we're done, whatever done's gonna look like, I hope we come out of this honing new skills. You're gonna be selling your artwork. You're gonna need a whole new Instagram page for Brian's artwork. You just watch.
Okay, Brian, so I'm dying to hear what gets you excited about the show that you're working on with us.
I think what I'm excited the most about is I love that we're doing storytelling. We're doing a show that shows what it's really like to work on a small boutique design firm and how nothing goes according to plan and how you're constantly pivoting. And also the idea that we're going to show how interior design evolves constantly. Like what I might want to do when I first meet with the clients, we might only get 60% of the way to that vision by the time we're done with the house because things behind the walls might cost too much money, or we might run out of time, or there's another baby added to the family. So I think what I'm most excited about is doing this in a brand new way, like talking about design on a TV show that's storytelling. The spaces are going to be great. We're going to photograph every space professionally. You can check it out on our Instagrams, etc. But I like the idea. We're going to spend a half hour telling stories. And I think that's totally what Magnolia is about. And I think that's why I'm so stoked.
Dang! Oh, snap!
I got nothing left. I told you.
Are you thinking through the network as detail-oriented as you have with the Magnolia brand?
It feels like, when we started the magazine, I didn't realize the layer of detail, like
Sickness,
you said.
really, it's a sickness.
With every font and every story, it's something that it could be a micromanagement of stuff, but it's also just a love of the details. And so I think with the network, a lot of what we're looking at isn't, I think, what's typical for a network. Because when you're here with us for an hour or 2 hours, you leave going, wow, there's something in it for me, and that I want to now go do something in my own life, whether that be with my business, my family, whatever that is. And so I think it's just slowing down, enjoying beauty. And that's what I hope this network is.
I like the idea of slowing it down a little bit and showing the details. We're doing it the right way. We took our time. We developed something that really fits me and that fits you guys. And fingers crossed that everybody loves it as much as we do.
I love it.
Amen.
You were one of the first names I wrote down, Brian. So this is so fun that we're actually having this conversation, that we're about to get started on the production of your show. Like, I feel like a giddy schoolgirl.
I'm stoked. Thank you guys for having me be a part of this. And also, as soon as we're allowed to travel, we're coming to Texas.
Okay.
Awesome. Brian, thank you for chatting with us. We're really thankful to have you as part of the team, man.
All right. I'll see you on television.
All right.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.